everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a clean, bake, and organize with me. If you're new here, my name is Sarah. I'm a married mom of 3 and I post weekly content with cleaning, organization, and decluttering motivation. If you do enjoy today's video, please give it a thumbs up as it does help my channel out a lot. And if you enjoy my content, I'd love for you to become a subscriber, so definitely hit that red subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss future videos from me. In today's video, I'm going to take you through as I bake a cake and some cupcakes as well as decorate them. And then I also want to get some cleaning done. So just some day-to-day cleaning that I do of my kitchen and any other spaces that need a quick clean, because family of 5, 3 kids, we definitely always have a bit of a mess to clean up in our house. And then I also want to do some organization. So around my bathtub area, I have quite the large surface that I can put items on, all my bath products, and it's becoming a bit cluttered because I have several different containers with all my stuff in it. So I've gotten a couple things off Amazon with some shelf and tiered so that hopefully it can make it look better organized and also make it much easier when I clean, so I don't have as many different containers to move. Another area I want to work on is in our kitchen. Currently on our counter we have a huge chunk of space that's being taken up by all the iPads, charging camera batteries and that sort of thing. It's kind of taken up a space and it's a bit of an eyesore in my opinion, and also just looks really cluttered. So what I want to do is move some things around in the craft room, move some shelves around, and create a charging station essentially to charge all our devices so that I don't have to look at it, but it'll all be in one place and then allow to free up the counter space. And then when I look at my kitchen, it won't look so cluttered and filled with stuff. The last thing I want to do is I want to go through and organize and bin all of our old clothes for the kids. So I have clothes for my oldest that I'm kept for my youngest, and then I have very fortunate that we have friends that have given us clothes for my daughter, so I want to go through those and put them all in proper bins, because right now they're different size boxes, so they don't all stack very well. Some of the boxes are falling apart, so I want to kind of do that. And I hope you get some cleaning motivation out of it, some baking motivation, or some organization motivation. So I'm going to get all this done and hopefully get it done in the next few days. Dishes is something that's obviously never ending because, I mean, we have to eat, so we make dishes. But I feel like I spend so much time in the kitchen between cooking, baking, and doing dishes. So this is just an ongoing cleaning chore in our house. For the icing, I follow the recipe that's on the back of the Rogers icing sugar, so just a classic buttercream icing. And what I do is for the icing that I want to spread on the cake, I put a little bit more milk in it to make it a little bit creamier. And then for the one that I'm piping, I don't put the extra milk in because I want it to be a bit stiffer. For the coloring, I use Wilton coloring gel, so I find that usually gets me the best colors and it gives me a great variety too, so I'm able to get more of the color that I want, as opposed to food coloring. I can never get the right color and would just get extremely frustrated, and it would change the texture of the icing too if I put too much in. So this is the first area I want to focus on. Sorry, I don't want my kids in the background. So this typically has 3 or 4 iPads at one time it could have, plus I sometimes end up putting some mail of like things that have to be filed. I'll sometimes stick over here until I take them upstairs, or things that need to be shredded. And then here I have a bunch of different cords which I need to go through because some of them don't necessarily need to be here. And then we have this multi-charger. So this is basically our charging station. So when I'm all done, the only thing I want to have here is the Google Home Mini and the thing with the temperature and everything on it. Other than that, everything else I want gone off this counter because it would just free up so much more space, and just right now it looks like a big cluttered mess. So this is what I'm going to focus on. So let's try to see what we can do with this. So before I can actually attempt to organize this, I have a couple things I want to do. I want to take this shelf over here and I want to move it so it's beside these ones, since they're all kind of the same type of shelf. I want to remove that chair and all the stuff off there. So I'll move the shelves over a bit so I can fit all of them over there. And then the whole idea is the shelf that I'm going to bring down is going to go over here, and it has 4 squared storage areas. So I want to put some of the stuff from the chair and stuff into there, plus I can put like the Nintendo Wii stuff and everything in there. And then the idea is on top of it will be my surface that I'll use for putting the iPads and anything else, Fitbits, battery chargers, anything like that needs to be charged. I'll become like the charging station. So it'll be in here. I don't have to look at it all the time, but then it might look a little more organized, a little cleaner, and then I'll get it off my counter. So I'm going to take you through as I go through it and organize it. Now this looks way better. Now I have to deal with this pile. So my goal is to take all this and kind of organize it on here. So I'm going to have everything plugged in down here and then have everything sitting up here. So hopefully I can make it look a little bit more organized and manageable and not so chaotic. So I'll take you on as I do this. It might be a bit of trial and error, so I do apologize if you see me putting things back, taking things off. I'm going to kind of wing it as I go. So this is kind of what I came up with. It's not the greatest looking aesthetically, but at least it's off my counter. It's in the craft room, so I don't see it visually very often. Now the iPads will have little slots so they can get charged in. And then one of the iPads does fit in this little wooden thing, so that should work. But this is kind of what I'm going. This is just extra paper supplies, that sort of thing. That's all kind of over in this corner. I had to move the shelf quite far over in order for some of the plugs to reach, like the Nintendo Wii chargers. The cord's super short, so I had to be right close to the plug for that to work. And yeah, so I might play around with it a bit, move it around. I might actually plug the Wii's into the back of the charging station I have, and then put the iPads plugged into the wall, because then that way I can have this a little more to the right, because I don't like it how far over it is, but it is what it is for now. I might play around a little bit more, but that's kind of where I was going with this one, to have a little area that I could put some extra paperwork in those slots, and just have all my charging cords and everything kind of all in one place, fairly central, just to make it a little easier for when we need to get things charged. So this is the next area I'm going to tackle, is my bathtub. So as you can see, I have lots of different products, which I do use at various times, but it's a lot to move around when I have to clean it and stuff, and it just looks very cluttered. So I'll show you in a second what I got in replace of this, so we'll see how I do with that. I do have bath toys in here, but they usually are in the other bathroom, in the kids' bathroom, so I'm not going to worry about those because they usually move around. Putting everything on these two shelving units has made my bathtub surround look way less cluttered. Before I could get to the kids' clothing boxes, I first had to remove all the seasonal stuff and our golf clubs, because I have them in front of the storage area, and then all the clothes in the back. So this is the clothes that I had in my basement under the stairs. So I pulled all of them up. So I have, like, for example, I have boy clothes that are my oldest clothes that will fit my youngest eventually. I have all the clothes I've gotten for my daughter from friends that she'll eventually grow into. So she has quite a large selection of clothes, but they go up quite a few sizes. And then I have some clothes that I've kept for, you know, down the road for later on if some family members have any kids. And then I got some of these bins. I'm going to actually put them in because I'm getting tired of all the different boxes. Some of the lids don't stay on, so it'll be much easier. And then once I do this, I'm hoping at some point to go through any little shoes that I have that are my kids don't fit, as well as what toys I kept, because I kept some toys for if I have little people come visit. So I want to kind of go through them, better store them in various bins and everything, because right now they're just in various boxes that I had. As you can see, I use a lot of diaper boxes. So let's see what I can get done today with sorting through these and making sure that every bin only has that one size, because I have some bins that have 2 or 3 sizes in it, which just makes it more complicated when it comes time that I want to use it. So let's see what I can get done today. So I spent most of the afternoon and a little bit this evening putting all those clothes into these bins. This is the aftermath of all the boxes. I did use a few boxes because I have some of the clothes I've kept for future family members having kids. I sorted those by sizes, so I have those boxes still, but then these boxes are all empty, so we get to get rid of them out of our house. I have to put this stuff right here, I will put into a smaller box, but otherwise these are all the clothes that my youngest son and my daughter will eventually be wearing. So now they're all sorted. Each bin only has one size of clothing in it, not some boxes before I had, like, for example, I had a couple of size 6 and size 7 boxes, and then I'd have some boxes that had size 6, 7, 8, and 10 in them. So it was a bit of disorganized chaos. And now this way, when I pull a box out, I know exactly what I have. I'm not going to miss a box or forget about a box. So this, I think, will be much simpler when I put it back in the storage in the basement. So I managed to get all the organization that I wanted to get done this week. I got the kids' clothes rebinned and organized, so now at least they will stack better and store better in our basement. And then I also got the charging area moved from the kitchen into the craft room. So it's still a work in progress. I'm still not sure 100% I like how I have it set up, but at least in the meantime, I don't have to stare at it and look at it every day and cringe at how cluttered my counter looks. And now I have that extra counter space that I can utilize for, you know, when I have a Instant Pot on or a slow cooker, they can sit on that counter and they're kind of out of the way. So I'm really pleased with that. And then I'm happy with how my bathtub surround looks. It doesn't look as cluttered with stuff. It looks a lot more organized and actually looks like I have a lot less stuff than I do. And I didn't really get rid of anything. So anyway, that's it for today's video. I hope you got some organization motivation to organize some spaces in your home. And if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, as well as I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel, become part of my YouTube family. So definitely hit that red subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss future videos from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.